So, I'm sitting here at a Lowe's, getting unloaded right now. Somebody tagged me in this fucking video, and I wanted to come deal with this. This is not to disparage Justin Blue, who makes his videos and things like that. I've seen a couple of his videos back in the day, because they were being shared around Instagram. I haven't watched his stuff or anything like that as of late. I think last thing I saw was the brother was getting was going to be on The Real World on a show. Last thing I saw of him, don't know what's been going on with him, but I want to come in here and counter this narrative. The title of this video is "What is Good Speaking Truth to Power If It Hinders Greater Good Execution?" We gonna listen to this shit together. I'm gonna pause this motherfucker every time I got a problem. Okay? Y'all know how I do it. Let's do it.
It's Justin Blue. All right, I want to tune in on this real quick because it's needed in these times. I ask you this question. What good is speaking all the pro-black, truth to power, rhetoric, all of this stuff if you're not able to actually do the things that you feel are important? What good is being the most conscious speaker on the internet, or the most conscious speaker on these podiums, most conscious pro-black speaker on your podcast and all these things, if you can't actually do what you're talking about? If you're positioning yourself in a way where you can't actually make real change in a physical way outside of your words. So, somebody asked the Black Panther one time, they asked him about war strategies. They asked him about their strategies and tactics. And the Black Panther, he responded, he said, "To do what I want to do, I cannot say what I want to say. And to say what I want to say, I cannot do what I want to do."
Okay.
People have this assumption that speaking truth to power is always the first thing on the agenda, the most important thing on the agenda to do. And if you're not always standing up with your mouth open and your fist in the air saying all these things, that you're not pro-black or that you're not for your people.
Let me pause it because I let him go. I let him get away with saying a lot of shit there, and I didn't pause it. I let it ride. Well, here's the thing about this. He's talking about, basically one being hindered by their pro-black stance. This is what he's talking about. And my question is, how and why are black people the ones who are hindered? Isn't that what we're talking about? He's talking about, well, you can't just be out here with your fist up in the air. Why not again? To be able to do what you want to do is basically saying, well, I can't do what I need to do without the caves. And he's cool with saying that, and that's fine, because again, he's on, The Real World, of course. He's not gonna be that dude anyway, because I'm sure that in his case, that was him doing what he needed to do for the community or whatever like that. And he can't be out here like this. Let me go back to playing it.
Or that you don't care, or that you're backing down. But sometimes you have to play chess. Sometimes you have to think 2, 3, 4, chess. 5, 6, 20 moves in advance in order to do what you actually want to do.
Chess.
And so we get so caught up in this pro-black rhetoric. We get so caught up in if you ain't speaking truth to power, then you ain't doing nothing. Look.
Let me pause it again. I am so tired of you niggas using this chess analogy to justify fuckery, to justify selling out, to justify coonery. The reason this brother made this video like this is so he has an excuse already in place. This is what he's doing. This was his overalls is about Nick Cannon, but what he's doing here is already making an excuse for himself. He already gonna be covered because he's telling y'all black folk, put your fist down, have a seat, don't be up here doing all this pro-black rhetoric, because then you're not gonna be able to do what you want to do. Essentially, we need the caves. He don't realize he's saying it because I think he fashions himself as some type of pro-black whatever. But what he's saying is, chill. We need the caves. We can't make it without massa. This is all, like, I don't understand. Chess to me is me not slapping the shit out of one of these motherfuckers every single day. Me out here, you know, working in this world, and a lot of us that go to work in this world and just not walking into the job and quote unquote going postal. You know, that's a thing, right? Motherfuckers talked about going postal. That is me playing chess. Not slapping the complete shit out of one of these motherfuckers. Not killing one of these motherfuckers. To me, is chess. I've done all I can do. People use that too much as an excuse to fucking coon. But I'm going to continue because I want to get through this. I'm going to continue. I just hate that this is the rhetoric.
Especially online. I see so many people and so many people speaking reckless online. Speaking reckless wherever they go. They say all these things. You know what I also noticed?
What you
noticed? A lot of them are dead broke.
Money.
A lot of them are in no position to...
Now, we talking about money. A lot of them are dead broke now. You got these motherfuckers that want to secure these bags. I told y'all it is motherfucking capital over pride. This is what people do. And we'll explain it and try to shame you. You know who else was broke? Malcolm X. You know the brokest people within our communities has been the most revolutionary people in our communities. The ones that try to wake us up. You may not be able to secure capital at the same time, not on a high level. You're supposed to be supported by your people. Like what? I can't. These motherfuckers kill me with this shit. I'll continue.
Actually, help the communities the way that they talk about helping the communities. We got to stop playing checkers and get into a place where we're playing chess.
Right.
So the whole entire event with TV show and podcasts and Nick Cannon. It's important for people to have their positions, but it's important to play chess, not checkers.
Right.
Now, we see all these people that got that's known for all of the activism, pro-black rhetoric, all these things, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times we honor those people, and there's a lot of folks that fall into that realm that should be respected. But there's also a lot of brothers and sisters who just shut up and they handle business. And they just bring you results.
Now, here is him trying to talk about motherfuckers moving in silence. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with moving in silence at all. But being hoed, though, like saying some shit and then being hoed isn't moving in silence. When people are put into positions when we're talking about what they're representing, because a lot of people will make this argument for Beyonce, Jay-Z, they're moving in silence. But when you come out and you support people like Hillary Clinton all out loud, those out loud things are going to be judged. And we're talking about moving in silence in an effort to stay under the radar from the caves. To me, all we need is us. I know y'all are in this mindset that we need all these other groups of people to help us and defend us and be our allies. And Justin Blue is sitting here saying the same type of shit. But we talking about a motherfucker who, want to do his TV show thing. That's his lane. And then he talk about people being broke, poverty shaming black people. This is the type of rhetoric that you must beware of. I'll continue. I'm trying to get through this thing.
For example, Akon.
Akon is the example.
Akon has his own city. The city is going to be functioning off of cryptocurrency.
Hold on. Let me just, and I hate to pause it so fast. Akon is his example. No disrespect to Akon. Akon is in the bed with the Asians. He shouldn't have had to do that. There should have been enough black people around the world that would have helped him out. But Akon is in bed with the Asians. I assume this is the chess, not checkers thing. But when you bring other people in, a lot of times what you'll notice when black people do this is they end up the ones that don't have the power. They end up being the ones who have to fucking Nick Cannon. I mean,
he never even probably gave a pro-black speech. Never sat down on a podcast and had to talk about another group or community. Never even had to do that. You know, I would have to go back to the records and see if
you might want to do that.
By no means is Akon known for
but you're right,
being in the conscious community or woke community. Or
you're
even in a segment of speaking truth to power per se.
Right.
But he gets stuff done. And so we done got so caught up in who's saying the realest stuff rather than being caught up on who's accomplishing the realest stuff, who's actually bringing you the results. And so everybody has the right to feel how they feel about a person apologizing or a person taking their words back or a person making their decisions. I get all that. But don't get caught up in playing checkers. Checkers is just move for move.
Right.
That's it. Chess is thinking far in advance. And you don't always even have to talk about what it is that you're trying to do in order to do it. There's a lot of people that's moving in the backgrounds in silence that's getting a lot of stuff done. There's a lot of folks that's extremely loud that ain't got shit for you. So don't get caught up in that. That's what I'm going to leave you with. Share this.
Okay. Now, I'll let the last part play out so he could get finished with what he was saying. Black men, you look weak out here. You look weak. We always have to take the weak position in order to, quote unquote, get stuff done. I disagree that that's the position that we should have to take in an effort to get stuff done. If we support each other and we're able to rely on each other, then we wouldn't have to allow ourselves to be publicly shamed and humiliated in an effort to play this imaginary game of chess. Every time a black person does something shady, makes some type of shady deal to line their pockets, i.e. Jay-Z and what he did with the NFL, everybody starts talking about this chess game that's being played, that, you know, we just out here playing all this chess, and thus can't nobody be a coon, can't nobody be a sellout because everybody playing chess. People are simply doing what they have to do and getting stuff done in the backgrounds, or, you know, in silence, or whatever the fuck. Again, this is an imaginary world being created, and I don't even know, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we say this constantly. There's an imaginary game of chess being played. Black people are always playing it, even when we sell out, completely sell our people out. We're playing chess. Now, I'm not saying Nick Cannon sold us out, but he is a sellout. I could give a fuck less about what Nick Cannon was talking about, but Nick Cannon chose to come out here and say the things he was saying. He chose to act like he was standing up on his square. I'm a boss, you can't fire me, blah, blah, blah. Y'all been seeing the shit he been saying. But, oh, I'm sorry to my Jewish brothers and sisters, and, you know, it's just a teachable moment for me, and, you know, I said some wild shit, so, you know, and I just I'm sorry, and y'all my brothers and sisters, and we gotta work together as human beings. Like, you don't get to use the chess argument. And I ask y'all this all the time: how long do these black men, and particularly black men, because I notice that we the ones that sit out here doing this high level selling out coon shit, how long must black men sell out, aka play chess, before we're in a position to break free? What your net worth gotta be, Justin Blue? Nick Cannon's net worth is $70 million. What position do we have to be in? Why is this okay for black men to, quote unquote, play chess, sell out, apologize? Black people have to, in order to play chess, you have to tuck your pride. Now I understand what he's trying to say, but we shouldn't be relying on anybody but ourselves anyway. And thus, you don't have to sit out here and fucking coon. But Justin Blue, what he's let me know is that his chess playing ass will sell us out or not speak truth to power in an effort to keep a deal or contract, or to lay around, move in circles with the caves. That's all this is showing me. Now, again, I'm not a Justin Blue follower or nothing like that. And this, again, I'm not trying to disparage the brother. Somebody sent me this shit. You know, I don't understand why this is okay. This is only applied to black folk. I'm playing chess every day. I'm in this truck and don't just run white folk over. In this motherfucker. Just run them over. I'm playing chess. I don't sit around out here walking up to the caves, cussing them out, talking shit to them. But if them bitches ask me a question about racism, I'm not going to cower. I'm not going to coon. I'm not going to sell my people out, nor myself. And nor should that be what we have to do. We can't tell the truth because then we not playing chess. Then we sacrificing everything. We not playing chess right. Because we're being asked not to just not disrespect white folk. Because I don't get on here, and I'm not saying walk up to white people and disrespect them. I don't disrespect white people. Anybody that knows me, no, I ain't walking up to white folk bothering them. But if you ask me a question, and we're speaking about a subject, do you think I'm a lie? Do you think I'm going to tell you they didn't come from fucking caves? Huh? You think I'm going to tell you these motherfuckers aren't racist as fuck and have terrorized my people for far too long and oppressed my people and as a privatized prison company? You think I'm not going to say all of that? To play chess? No, I'm not in that position, and people need to make sure that they distinguish the two. Nobody's saying you have to go out here, you got this job, and you know, white-owned companies, we working at these jobs and things like that. You go in there, you know, and you know, say something like George Floyd happens on camera, and you go over there and turn your manager's desk over and throw a goddamn chair at him. But you do not allow yourself to be in positions where you have to lie and apologize for telling the truth. That's not chess. That's cowardice. That's cowardice. And I hate that black men will sit around here and justify this type of shit. All in the comments about, I'm glad it needed to be said. Every time somebody coon, y'all say they playing chess. Like, oh my God. We have no pride, no standards. I'm not saying you have to be out here, you know, what he calls reckless, which I don't see how telling the truth is reckless. But, you know, calling for the genocide of white folk, or, you know, maybe calling them crackers and honkies and shit all the goddamn time. Maybe that's what he mean. Well, I can't say that's what he mean, but maybe that's reckless. But do I have to lie if somebody asks me a question, Justin? Is that what I got to do? Do I have to be talking about racism and act like it don't exist to play this game of chess? Lay up with white hoes? To play this game of chess? Now, I understand moving in silence, Brother Justin. I get moving in silence. But what you're talking about, when you're talking about Nick Cannon, isn't moving in. That has nothing to do with moving in silence. These are false equivalencies that you're making in an effort to try to shame black people into being okay with Nick Cannon's position that he put himself in with black people's positions that we continue to be in. We have all these millionaires and millionaires and even some billionaires, and we still talking about some damn chess. Because we're not coming together to work together to create our own game for ourselves. Like, but okay, maybe you trying to get on the show right now. You know, maybe that's what your stance is, and this is why you have to be soft on some of your positions, because you trying to get and use the white folk out here, the caves, to get wherever you got to go. Understood, if that's your position. But black men, this is why you are looked at as weak. This is why our communities are stagnant a lot of time, because you are in positions, even like Nick Cannon, where you have millions of dollars and your bitch ass is sitting around talking about some damn chess because you're not trying to come and buy them caves. You're not trying to sever ties with the caves. And that's our issue. We're not trying to sever ties with the caves. We're always trying to please and appease the caves, even the Jewish caves, just so we can play this imaginary game of chess. I don't even know how we say we playing checkers, because the way niggas is cooning out here, we playing fucking hopscotch.